Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is Dee, and today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is the Hooded Man. And, reflecting on this, meditating on this a little bit, I was like thinking, okay, that's good. The Hooded Man lets us learn about stillness and contemplation, taking time away. And, yesterday we had that Four of Arrows come up where it was just, okay, take some rest, rejuvenate, revigorate. All right. And, maybe in my mind, this is what Spirit's telling me. Okay. So here you are getting ready for a big change. Maybe not a big change, but some sort of change in your life, because you got the Six of Arrows transition card down here as well. Okay. And the Page of Bows is, saying, there's a learning and a message out there, something for you to learn during this. And it's all about change. So here you laid down underneath this butterfly and you're resting and you took a nap. Okay, and as you're taking that nap, you had a little dream, and the Hooded Man showed up. And whenever you can rest and revigorate yourself, rejuvenate yourself, that allows you to get into that stillness and that contemplation of what that Hooded Man is talking about. And he offers you, that staff for you to lean on. He's got that beacon of hope as well. All right. And, by sitting there and talking to the Page of Arrows, I want to say, the Wren, he's letting you rethink stuff. Okay, so here you are sleeping and you're taking a nap and, maybe a snore goes out and you're rethinking stuff, right? You're rethinking of what you got to take on your journey, where you don't know where the journey is going to lead you, right? But you need to be prepared. All right. And maybe you're thinking about just the normal everyday stuff, cleaning the house, working, meeting up with people, this, that, and the other thing. And sometimes we get into a spot where, the dreams turn into fear, right? Our subconscious starts, getting involved, both fear as well as peace. But then you see the light in his hand, right? And that light is to shine lightness into the darkness of your fears. All right. And it's also a guide into that tree that's behind him, because, there is a doorway there. Light is also knowledge and an opportunity to seek wisdom. And, I know for myself, when I'm stressed out, I like to go take a nap and I like to figure out, okay, what's going on? And I end up having that little bit of insight, a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of wisdom that comes to me when I wake up. And as a result of that, I feel refreshed. I feel inspired, to do different things. The Hooded Man, he reflects on his own journey and his experience. And, so can you. Maybe your dreams lead you down that path, but when you wake up and you have that inspiration, you say, you know what? I've been there before. I understand that. Right? And you can take that wisdom and knowledge that you've had and apply it to your journey moving forward. Now, the Wren, that Page of Arrows, is also the king of the birds. All right. And when I say king of the birds, don't get it mistaken, because what he's done is he's flown on the back of that eagle. All right. And, he's the bird in mythology that has lifted to the greatest heights. Okay. Now, the Wren is also an oracle, and he's also a keeper of knowledge. So, anytime you see wrens out in your backyard or anything like that, take notice of them, because maybe that's a message, that pages are messengers, to give you that message of knowledge, and with arrows, that's intellect, right? So, here you are dreaming, you have the Hooded Man show up, the Wren shows up, and they're all imparting some of this knowledge into your subconscious. So when you do get ready, for that journey, you got the time to do it. And as I said, with that Four of Arrows and rest, you have that time of rebirth, internally and universally. An opportunity to take on like that Eight of Vessels, being reborn again, right? But here it's more so with that stillness, that contemplation. If anybody's ever read Eckhart Tolle, Stillness Speaks. You have to shut the mind off. You have to, Let go of those thoughts and just, settle your own soul. Let your soul become still. Be in touch with the planet. Be in touch with, the insects and the birds, the environment. And just let the universe touch you. Then you can contemplate, where you're going on that path. So right now, even with that 4 of arrows, it's a time to withdraw. It's a time for rest. It's a time to absorb the journey that you've been on and where you're going to, as evidenced by that 6 of arrows in transition. Another big key to this, with that stillness and contemplation, is understanding who you are in the universe. Not who you are with your significant other, not who you are with your family, not who you are, with work, but who you are with the universe. Out there with the, in the cosmos, with all the other stars that that you meet along the way. Look at your unique qualities. Look at your unique characteristics, your unique abilities. And look about what you are in the universe, a unique individual. And realize that the light that the hooded man has is showing you the path. And maybe that comes to you in the dream while you're sitting there with that 4 of arrows and rest. Okay? The 6 of arrows and transition. You're moving into a change, and maybe that change is within you. Okay? Who's offering you that opportunity? Well, with the page and the King of Stones down here, the shaman just dropped off. Now you've got another life lessons card there to help guide you on your journey. So maybe this hooded man is giving you that opportunity of looking within, contemplating, understanding, maybe a portion to give you that knowledge on the journey ahead. It's nothing to get frustrated about with that 5 of arrows. And the King of Stones says, where is life offering you its riches? You can gain a lot of riches by just becoming still and contemplating and just looking at things from a different perspective, say, right? Using that wisdom, from the light as well as from the wren. And you still have the 10 of vessels happiness out here, right? The King of Stones is also asking you, where do you need to provide support? Who's depending on you for support as well? Maybe that's something you can sit back and think about. Or maybe that's something that'll come to you while you're napping. How do I remain supportive of those that are around me while I continue to do the things that I'm doing? Or who can help me be supportive while I'm out there taking on the Appalachian Trail or biking the United States or whatever, or, while I'm taking a nap? Who's watching over me, right? And then, the Stoic asks, how would things change if you engaged with this? What happens if you don't take that nap? Do you still gain that knowledge? Do you still gain that insight, that wisdom? Or do you continue to stress yourself out? Even if it's only for 5, 10, 15 minutes, take that time to just, close your eyes and, okay, I'm resting, and become still. And just wait for the universe to speak to you and let your intuition guide you. So that's what the hooded man has to say in your dreams, this time, because, you're resting. Hit that like button for me, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel. And this is Dee for the Spirit's Path, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, God bless, and stay safe, everybody.